What is up, guys? It's Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys a video on farming today. I wanted to give you guys an update on what I feel is working very, very well, especially with some of the new changes in the game, and I want to show you what has and what has not been effective. So first off, let's look at the composition that I have been using. It is the Queen Walk or Queen Charge Minor Attack. I'm bringing 3 Wall Breakers, 2 Wizards, 2 Baby Dragons, 4 Healers, and 30 miners in the army camp. In addition to that, bringing 7 miners in the clan castle if you can get them. If you can't, though, it is not absolutely crucial that you have them. I'm currently rating up around 3,600 trophies, and I am bringing 2 heals, 2 rages, and 1 freeze spell, in addition to the poison spell for the dark elixir spell. So the reason I bring these spells is I feel that it gives a really good opportunity to be versatile and flexible in your farming raids, and I feel that that's very, very important. So let's look at the attack log here. Let's scroll down. I was doing some attacks just last night on my stream, actually, and I proclaimed, you know what, screw it. I'm no longer a war guy. I am farming. You heard it here first. No, that's probably not the case, but I did want to share with you guys the farm raids that are going on. Yeah, so I mean, just extreme potential with this, and I want to show you guys how I'm using it and the type of bases I'm hitting. It honestly doesn't really matter, but when you drop your queen, that's the first thing that typically happens. You're looking for a way, we'll stop. You're looking for a way to funnel the miners, essentially, through the core of the base to take out the high-value defensive buildings, such as Inferno Towers, Expos, Teslas, Eagles, those types of defenses. So that's why I chose to start my queen here, and you always want to keep in mind where the air defenses are and take a path that's appropriate to clear obstacle number 1, which is the air defense. So you see that's what's going on with the queen here. Now, the goal was for her to walk around to the left and go into this compartment here. So you're going to see me open it with wall breakers like so. Now, after she clears the barracks, rather than go for the open compartment, she's like, nah, I'm going to go here. So a little improvisation needed right off the bat. So now that we know the queen's going to go through the wall, she's obviously going to kind of go down this compartment here. I decided to drop my king up to the top area here and pretty much try to get him through the wall to take out the cannon, archer tower, you know, drill here, and get those miners a path to the core. So that's what's going on. The double poison spell is for the clan castle troops, guys. Sometimes you can manage to take out the clan castle troops with just 1 poison. That leaves you another poison for the queen. Now, baby dragons are there at your need for funneling, and you see that I use them on the left here, and the goal is to keep the miners from going out of the core once they arrive there. Now, I've cleared a path all the way to the core, and I have sent the miners basically so that they'll target the center buildings in here before going into the Inferno next. Now, what you're trying to do is make sure that when the miners are in there, you're always looking for opportunities to drop your wizards or baby dragons if they're left over on these outer flanking buildings to force the miners into the center of the base. So you see the poison spell goes down there. I'm anticipating the queen, and then the rage spell is used on the front end there along with the heal spell in the core. So the first Inferno Tower is going to get taken down, and you see those miners all kind of ticking back up to full health. So all that's looking pretty good. Another rage spell there. Typically, you're going to use both rage spells if you have them in the core of the base to try to get all of that high-value stuff taken out as quickly as possible. A lot of times, though, the queen has an opportunity to get a lot of value by herself simply by raging her and the healers. We'll look at that in a couple raids here in just a moment. But as, you know, kind of everything has made it through the core, because those expos and because the Inferno Towers are all down at this point, the miners have an easy time making it through the rest of this base. The queen by herself could clear this because everything is in range of her from, you know, where she's standing in this moat, and the healers are healing her up. So this is going to work out very well. The healers have actually switched to the miners at this point. So we know that this is going to be a 3-star in the bag. So didn't quite go to plan here, but we were able to improvise and make sure that this Town Hall 10 got taken out. All right, so that's a 3-star for the good guys. Let's take a look at another attack here. We looked at the bottom one here. Let's look at the second one up. This one, holy cow, look at the loot in this bad boy. My goodness. Town Hall 11 action here, and what we did was drop the baby dragon on top because there are a couple very easy buildings to funnel up here with this army camp and the research laboratory. So we wanted to make sure that those things got funneled. The queen takes out the defensive ring starting right here, and she's going to work her way down ideally to that air defense. Again, that's objective number 1 that we're trying to take out, and we see that she's going to encounter the enemy archer queen there as well. So a lot of value for that queen, and we can anticipate using a rage spell on her and the healers as she works her way around. So that's the goal, is to kind of keep her up and keep her walking. The king idea was to come from the bottom with him to try to you know, break through the walls down there and do some damage on the defense so that the miners could be dropped on the lower right side here and sweep right to the core to take out the eagle. The eagle and the Expos and the Teslas are the biggest threat in this base, because the Inferno Towers have died out. The Eagle, though, has not, so that is active as well as all of the point defense. So this is not an easy base, even though it might appear to be a little bit easier than normal. So you can see the queen is getting pretty low. By the time I got back to her, the rage spell was late and it was wasted. So the queen actually dies out on me. Again, not ideal here. The queen, the healers go across the base and they're trying to keep that king up. I decide to send him in as you know, best as I can here to increase the funneling. The wall gets opened up and that king gets in there as well. And that is looking good. So the free spell I decided to use on the Eagle is it's really the only thing besides the Wizard Towers that are going to do, you know, drastic amounts of damage. But I felt like the Eagle was the most appropriate place to use that there. The King, though, is still going and doing some major funneling and taking out a lot of the defenses that could be harming those miners. So really, really good work from the King there. MVP this raid for sure. Miners continue to work their way through the core. The Eagle is down at this point, and 2 of those last Eagle rockets wasted on a dead king, so that worked out perfectly. Tons of miners left up. Only one big threat, guys, and this is always what you're going to be watching for in the bases that you're attacking, are the Wizard Towers. Those are not your friend, and they will take out mass miners in a heartbeat if you do not have a plan for them. So when you're using your heal spells in the base, always try to place them so that they're in effect around those Wizard Towers. That way the miners do not go down in a large group, basically. So they continue to push through this base. Very nicely spread out and a good, you know, nice even wave here. So that's going to be another 3-star for the good guys. And a hell of a lot of loot. Look at the loot here. In addition to the 200 some odd thousand, I don't even know what the loot bonus is where I'm at right now in Champs 2, but it is a lot. So it was over 1.5 million for this raid. So crazy stuff there. All right, let's look at a couple more here. Scrolling down, I think this was the next one. There we go. So this one's a little bit more of a, I don't know, unorthodox 10, not quite symmetrical. So again, guys, I'm going straight at this air defense. That's what we want to take out first. Now, I misplayed this a little bit because this Inferno Tower is a single target Inferno, and I thought it was a multi, so I was actually intending to spam the miners in behind the queen once she uses her ability here, but the single target Inferno locks on. I'm like, ah, crap. So I use the ability, and then I send my miners immediately here to basically get them in front of the queen, and it actually works, so that single target is now preoccupied dealing with all that stuff. So again, the king is sent on the opposite side that the queen is charging, trying to make a very narrow strip. You see those miners working their way into the core. Rage spell is dropped, where typically you want to use those when they're leading up to an Inferno, and then do your best to use the heal spell after the first Inferno Tower goes down and before the second one picks up from the freeze spell. So the timing is something like, you know, Rage on the first Inferno Tower, heal spell following it, freeze on the backside Inferno, another Rage, another heal as necessary. You see I used it again over here where this Wizard Tower was not going to be dealt with. And so the Barbarians were actually able to take that thing out, and then the Queen is working her way down the right side of this base. The miners are working their way through, and at this point, it's obvious nothing is stopping this raid. All the loot's pretty much done with the exception of the Town Hall. And again, another raid absolutely crushing a base with the Queen Walk miner attack. So very, very strong stuff, guys. Let's look at one more attack here. Whoops, let's go attack log down right there. So here's another fairly common-ish base. At least it looks, you know, like symmetrical. And again, to describe what I'm going after here is this air defense as a first option, and the king to the bottom here to go ahead and help send the miners straight into this core. It does appear that the Inferno Towers are far enough out that the Queen and the King can actually get most of the job done funneling to the Inferno, if not taking it out completely by themselves. But the Queen walk was a little bit long here. I felt like there was an opportunity to take out a whole bunch of stuff on the way to get this Inferno. But unfortunately, the Queen's going to start beating the wall here. Took out a key building there that did not leave pathing up to this this army camp here, so she's gonna beat her way in. So the baby dragon on bottom is used to funnel, and as this baby drag is taking out the archer tower, notice the ground, you know, like the cannons and stuff, they can't shoot the baby dragon, so that's pretty nice. Wall breakers go in and actually destroy the cannon from outside the walls. That was pretty cool. Now check out the funneling here. The Queen working her way in, and because there's no infernos in the center of this base, she's pretty much safe. So rage spell used on her instead of the miners moving into the Inferno Tower. But look at the pathing here. Miners are going to go straight in to the Inferno Tower. It's the first place they stop. Always be aware of giant bombs around Inferno Tower, so you'll have heal spells that you can drop. And again, you see the Wizard Tower firing at a whole group of miners. And I dropped my first heal spell there to make sure that they didn't get too weakened by that Wizard Tower as they headed into the Queen. So Clan Castle Miner here was actually dropped on the left to help get into that outer compartment, take out some of this key point defense, and try to force those miners back into the core. And for the most part, I was able to get that done. And then you see this wizard over here. He is actually dropped basically as the miners are working their way down the side of a base. You'll know when you're able to drop the wizard, basically when there's tanking in front of it. So it can be working on the outside of the base, helping with DPS, helping to force those miners back to the core the entire time. Queen finishes up taking out the second Inferno Tower. She's able to charge through the whole base and taking out a whole lot of stuff here. Pops the ability towards the end. Whole lot of miners still left up, guys. Double poison not used because there was no CC here. But if there is a CC in the bases that you're attacking, Champs 3, Champs 2, Champs 1, I'm heading towards right now. Just drop the double poison, you know, use the rage spell on your Queen to take care of that, and hopefully you guys can, you know, get it done. But anyways, a lot of examples here in this this episode showing you guys how to use the Queen Walk or Queen Charge Miner attack in farming. And the thing that I like most about this in farming is that it polishes your skills in Queen Walking and attacking with miners, your funneling. It polishes all that while you're farming and making absolutely massive loot. And those skills actually translate to your war attacks. So very, very highly recommended attack here. And as you guys can see, let's go check out the army composition one more time for y'all. So feel free to cook that bad boy up and use it in your farm raids if you guys feel the need. Oh my God, I almost dropped my iPad. Anyways, that's all I got for this episode, guys. This is Powerbang. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, slap a like on it. I'm going to head out and do some farming right now because I don't even have a shield right now. Season just reset, and let's go dump this army and make some loot. I got my king descend to level 36. So I'm out of here, guys. I'll catch you later. This is Powerbang, and I'm signing out.